What is going on, everybody? Yeah, I'm not in a dark, dingy warehouse right now. I'm actually in my home garage, which rarely happens anymore. And I'm going to try to make this a habit. Well, it's brighter in here for one. I've got more tools at my disposal for two. I mean, I have more workbench space. More tools. More tools. I've got more hardware at my disposal, so I'm gonna try to keep up with this theme. We'll see how it goes. Built this garage 10 years ago. I'm just now feeling comfortable working in it, like more than just here and there. So, says a lot about me. I got my nice Atlas lift. Again, I am not sponsored. I paid for this out of my pocket. It'd be cool if I was sponsored. I mean, maybe Wildfire or somebody wants to buy me a lift for my warehouse or the building. Wink, wink. But, you know, if they don't, I'm okay with that too. But what are we working on? Well, it's about time that we revive another car. Well, try to revive, because I don't know anything about this as far as if it's going to run or not or anything. And what are we working with today? Well, this is a 1984 Ford Thunderbird Turbo Coupe. And it's, how should I say this? You know how in the 80s they had the AMG Mercedes? So this is kind of like an AMG Mercedes. But it's not AMG, it's Kolb. K-O-L-B, Kolb. Can't remember the guy's first name. That was his last name. And what he did, he took Thunderbirds and Cougars and put body kits on them and stuff, and different wheels, and sometimes some performance modifications. And the dealers would then take those brand new cars and put them out on the lot for sale. And that's exactly what this is. It came from Pennsylvania, and the original selling dealer was, I can't even read that, free something, F-R-A, yeah, I can't read it, F-R-A-N something, in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So, if you know of a Ford dealer called F-R-A-N something in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, that's probably it. Good chance that was it. So this one's got, it's got the body kit with the side skirts. It's got a spoiler. It's got this cool GT Turbo sticker on it, which is, oh, that's kind of cool. And it's got this grill extension, which is specific to the Kolb Thunderbirds. Ford Motorsports had their own version, which is a little bit different, but this specific one with like the Thunderbird in the middle, that was distinctly just on the Kolb Thunderbirds. It's got headlight covers. They're in the trunk. Yes, it's got the March-All fog lights on it, just like the Mustang GTs and the SVOs. And this one's got, oh, I should have looked at that one. That one's different. Enki, I don't know how to pronounce it. Enki, I don't know. Like the 2 or 3 piece wheels. They're 15-inch. Really good looking wheels, actually. They look really good on this car. This one, however, is different than the other 3. But I believe, yeah, the 4th one is in the trunk, and it literally looks like brand new. Get a better look at that. Here's those headlight covers. They're over here. Got the fog light covers, which literally look like new. Looks like a beaver gnawed its way in the trunk, though. That'll be, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get to that in this video, but we'll see. So, I shouldn't have closed that. Oh well. If this looks like a Ford Motorsport spoiler to you, you'd be kind of correct, because Kolb actually designed a lot of parts for Ford Motorsport, like the spoilers, the side skirts, etc. So, yes, it looks a lot like Ford Motorsports, but it's not. Actually, I thought it was until I did some more research, and I'm like, well, that grill is way different than the Ford Motorsport one. So, what I know about this car is I bought it on, I think it was Insurance Auto Auctions or Copart, like probably 2.5, 3 years ago now. It's been a while. I did a video on it when I picked it up and kind of just, you know, evaluated it pretty quick, and I don't even remember if I tried to turn the motor over or anything. And I honestly didn't think it'd be that long before I got to it. Because life kind of gets in the way sometimes, and you know, me, I buy a lot of vehicles, and other vehicles get in the way. So it came from Pennsylvania. I believe it was Insurance Auto Auctions. I want to say, I gotta look at the price. It was under $1,000, but with fees and transportation, I think I was in it for like right around $2,000, maybe a little less, like 1,800, something like that. I like it. It's a pretty cool car. The best I could figure is it's been off the road since around 1990 or so. The last inspection sticker was in, what was it, July of 1988. And pop the hood for you here in 1 second. This ancient battery, the Force, yeah, it's called the Force, has a date on it of so it'd probably be 91. I'm assuming that'd be 91. August, September of 91. So, and honestly, the battery looks pretty fresh. Like, you know, it was just put in there at the time. So I'm guessing this thing's been sitting since 1991. So somewhere between 88 and 91. So let's just say 91. So had to be what, 35 years off the road. And it had a license plate on it when I got it. Oh, it's still on there? No. It had a license plate on it in the pictures, like Insurance Auto Auctions, and I remember the license plate said like 89 or 90. So it's been off the road since right around 1990 or so. So 35, 36 years, best I can figure. Looks like it probably spent some time indoors and outdoors. It's got a lot of little dents on it, like here, and you could tell, like, that's not hail. Somebody did that with like a ball peen hammer or something. I'm guessing this guy must have had kids or something, because it's got them like all over the trunk lid, all over the hood. And I don't think that's hail, because there's none on the roof. It's all like, you know, low, like down the fenders, the hood, like somebody. I almost wonder if the car was vandalized and that's why he parked it. It's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know. Who knows? But this is what we'll be working with today. Probably next couple weeks, to be honest. Yeah, the video might be an hour long, but I'll be working on this for a couple weeks. I already showed you in the trunk a little bit what's in there, so we'll skip that for now, and we'll go under the hood and show you what we're working with. Oh, let me grab a light. Lights make everything better, right? Speaking of lights, again, I'm not sponsored, but I love these little lights from Eastwood. These things are great. They're really cheap too. Got this one. I got another little skinnier one there. I got this like round one. Oh no, it's gonna fall. Again, I'm not sponsored. I just, you know, if I got a cool product and I want to share, I'll tell you about it. These are pretty good. Give off good light. So there you go. There's the battery from 1991. Show you what we're working with here. This is a 2.3 liter Ford 4-cylinder. It's a single turbo. in this being an 84, it is non-intercooled. So it does not have an intercooler. You could add the intercooler off a later one, which I believe 86 through 88 had. Don't hold me to those years, but I believe it was 86 through 88. They were intercooled. This one is not. Got a lot of gravel and stuff up here. I don't know what the deal with that is, but I don't know. You might not be able to see, but the frame rails all look pretty clean on this car, which actually continues on. The theme actually continues on through the rest of the car. It's actually a very solid car, as you will see. Again, more gravel. No idea why it's there, how it got there. I'm sure about that. I'm guessing somebody had something on the hood. I don't know. Maybe it was a flood car. Again, I don't know. But it's a very complete car, a very original car. It's got a turbo saver from, I can't read the name on this. Chasco Manufacturing turbo saver. That's pretty cool. That's a vintage piece of speed equipment. I guess it has something to do with oiling the turbo. It's all plumbed in there. Don't remember if I got this thing to crank over or not, but we're gonna find out. I mean, if the motor's junk, I always have options. Keep that in the back of my head. Again, roof's, you know, clear coat's all peeling on the top. Let's turn this light off. Again, the body's actually in really good shape. That's all metal. That's in good shape. It's got the side skirts, a little bit of rust on the bottom of the doors. Yeah, the tires are older than dirt. Needs a couple lights and stuff. Again, beaver chewed its way into the trunk. The spoiler is a little loose up here, I think. All the glass looks like it's in good shape. Again, this side looks pretty much like the other side. Couple little door dings. Let's move on to the interior, I guess. It's got that beautiful 1980s red interior. A little bit faded here on the side bolster of the seat, but the seat's actually in great shape otherwise. Oh, I'll see if I can squeeze in here. I went ahead and thought ahead and got myself one of these ozone generators and left it in here a couple times, and it actually helped out a bunch. It helped out wonderfully. I think that thing was like 40 bucks on eBay. Oh crap, did I just break that? I hope I didn't break that. Jim actually told me about those. Oh, I knew about them, I just never used one. I was by his place, he had one in the Pinto that I sold him, and he told me, yeah, eBay, 40 bucks. So I went in there and got two of them, one to keep here, one to keep at the building. Just noticed there is a crack in the windshield. So if we make it that far, we'll get to it. Oh God, I can't fit in here. I can't fit in these small cars. So it is a 5-speed manual, so it's going to have the Borg Warner T5 in it. It's got no cassette. Yeah, no cassette. Just AM/FM stereo with premium sound. It's got a C clock. That's an EFI turbo. Got the leather wrap steering wheel, which is in great shape. I don't know if you can see. Let me get the light here. Yeah, and the brake and clutch pedal pads are in wonderful shape. Actually, everything in the interior is actually in pretty good shape. And when I first got it, I did a Carfax on it to verify something. The odometer says 37,951 miles, and I'm pretty sure that's correct. Yeah, this car has got 38,000 miles on it. Looking at the wear or lack of wear on the steering wheel, and the pedals, and the seat, and the carpet, And over here, like all telltale signs of high mileage vehicles, you're going to have this piece is going to be worn out, this is going to be worn out, steering wheel is going to be worn out, a section of carpet underneath the gas and brake pedals is going to be gone, the pads are going to be worn down, the shifter is going to be worn down smooth, that's still in good shape, the seats are going to be worn down. You get the idea. This is definitely not a 138,000 mile car. And for as long as this car's been sitting, I believe this is legitimately a 38,000 mile original car. I tried to reach out to the previous owner. His name was on the title, but he never got back to me, so his loss. I did go ahead and get this thing registered in my name and everything when I first got it, so yay me. So, what are we gonna do right now? I'm gonna go get my jump pack, and we're gonna see if this motor actually cranks over, see if it's actually stuck or not. If it's stuck, we've always got options, you know, there's always a plan B in place. Let's grab the jump pack and I'll see you back under the hood in a minute here. So I want you to keep a close watch on that belt right there, and you tell me if it does anything. Squeeze my hefty self back in here. I'm gonna go on a diet or something. Oh. Hold in. Alright, lost connection. Pause for technical difficulties here. Oh, it's gonna work. It cranked over. Cranked over pretty effortlessly too. It sounded nice and even. Should I see if I have any starting fluid? Or where would I even spray it in at? Sprayed in here. I gotta pull this elbow off. I don't know. Oh god. Well, let's start by pulling this off, I guess. Well, could be worse, right? That thing's pretty it's stuck in there, isn't it? Is it stuck in there? Oh, yeah, I can't get that off. That thing's like stuck. It's like helmet's all rusted. See if I got any starting fluid to see if it'll actually pop off. Who knows? If there's anything left in here. Damn it. That in there for safety's sake. If I have any other starting fluid here or not, I have to pick some up. What do you guys think? Is it gonna start? I'm gonna try to bypass all that nonsense and try to go straight into the throttle body, which is what I should have done in the first place. There we go. All right. I found some more starting fluid. Does that even work? Let's see if that makes a difference. Again, we're not trying to hop in it and drive it. We're just seeing if anything's functioning. Oh boy. I do believe we're going to have a running engine here, because it fired. It only fired off starting fluid, but it fired. So that is a great sign. I'm super happy with that. Actually sounded okay too. So that's as far as I'm going under the hood right now. We're gonna throw this thing up on the lift and get a better look underneath it. Hopefully I put everything where it's supposed to go. Double check everything. That's a good spot there. I gotta get my phone off the hood. I want to look for that later. That looks good. You always want to double check your work when you're racking a car on a lift. It's good practice. Don't just assume everything is where it's supposed to be. That one looks good. And that one looks pretty good. Alright, I think we're good. Let's go up the rest of the way. Oh, let me get my... Great thing about these Eastwood lights, man. They got magnets on them, and they got a hook. It's great. I love them. Again, I'm not sponsored, but I love them things. I'm actually lucky we have Eastwood store here in Illinois. The one out here is in Alsip, which is about half hour from here. Actually, hop on the highway over here and I'll be there in about half hour, not even 25 minutes maybe. That's where I got my plasma cutter too. I love this thing. That should be good. Put it on the locks. You always want to lower it down onto the locks. You never want to just have it freestanding. Alright, well, let's get underneath it and see how it looks, I guess. My first time actually underneath this car, so we'll be seeing it in its entirety together. Get this light going here. Oh, I forgot I got a light on here. It's fucking... That'll work. Let's try that. I keep forgetting I have a light on here. That's good, that's good. Yeah, those are all good points. Good solid points. Alright. Well, right off the bat, it still has the heat shield on the catalytic converter. Well, it still has the catalytic converter, and it still has the heat shield on the catalytic converter. These things rust off quick. So, I'm even more confident that those miles are correct. And, oh boy, look at it. Still has all the paint on the oil pan. Everything. It's, those miles are absolutely correct. There's no doubt in my mind on that. But it still has the plastic heat shields on the brakes. Those things are always the first thing to go. Yeah, I'm absolutely confident that those miles are correct on this car. What are my plans for it? My plans are just to get this thing running and driving. Pass it on to somebody else. I don't like these enough to put serious time and energy into them, but I do like it enough to save it. Again, look. It's got all the factory paint up underneath on the floor pans. For a Pennsylvania car, I mean, Pennsylvania cars are usually just as bad as Chicago area cars, and this thing's beautiful underneath. Look at it. Very, very clean underneath. Yes, there's surface rust. You know, those of you in states like Arizona and California might not be used to surface rust. You'll see surface rust, be like, oh, that's rusted. No, that's not rusted. That's just literally just surface rust. I wouldn't be concerned with any of that, even the slightest. Look at beautiful floor pans, beautiful frame rails. Even the pinch welds are all intact. They're not all destroyed. I got a good feeling about this car. It's got the original struts on the front. Again, all telltale signs that the miles are correct. I can't tell from down here, but it could be the original belts. I could tell the upper hose is original. I could tell from here. The bottom hose is original too. It's got the original clamps, original hoses. Again, it all is consistent with a low mileage car. I would love to get the story on this thing. If anybody recognizes this car and knows the original owner, I would love to know why it sat all these years. Oh my god, look at this. It still has the protectors on the shocks. Those things are never there. I've never seen a car with those still on there. That's crazy. So, this being an 84, it's got to have a 7.5 inch rear end instead of the 8.8. I believe the 8.8 came out in 85. Could be wrong on that. Cannot read the tag as far as what ratio it is, but it's going to have a posi, and I pretty much guarantee it. Oh yeah, it's got a posi. They both turn the same way. So, there's that. See, it's got the snow tires. Yep. And I'm pretty confident these are actually the original tires to the car. Well, I think they were put on when the car was new. Actually, look at DOT code of 504, so the 50th week of 1984. So yeah, these are 1984 tires. Isn't that wild? Look at these things. Still holds air. I wouldn't drive on them, so they do hold air. One of the things I need to evaluate is the gas tank. Figure out which one I need to order, because I don't have much hope for this one being any good. There's two different gas tanks, one that just has the pump inside the tank, and then there's another one that's got pump inside the tank and one on the rail. And I'll tell you which one it is right now, because that, my friends, is a fuel pump mounted on the rail. What the heck? Oh, that's a filter next to it. The filter even still has the cover on it. Jeez, it's wild. So I need to look for the one that's got the intake pickup with the one on the rail. It's gonna need a muffler. It's a little worse for wear. Again, that looks like it just rusted out from water getting trapped in there. So that's where we're at right now. It's about as far as I'm gonna get today. That's about as far as I'm gonna get with it today. Just wanted to show you guys the car, evaluate it a little bit better, and give you my game plan for it. I'm going to go through right now and make a list of things I need to order, like fuel tank, fuel pumps. Yeah, I say pumps because it's got two of them on those. Fuel filter. Leave the exhaust alone for now. Definitely going to order tires for it. I like these wheels, so I'm going to keep these wheels. Again, the fourth one's in the trunk, is this one's different. DOT's the same on this tire too, so this must have been the original spare, I'm guessing. So yeah, I'm definitely going to keep these wheels. I think I saw the wheel lock key in there somewhere when I was looking originally. Yeah, so gas tank, fuel pumps, fuel filter, tires. And I'll probably pull the injectors out and send them out to my buddy Ricky and have him rebuild them. So when I see you next, we'll tackle pulling out some fuel injectors. But that's it for right this moment. So see you guys in a few seconds. For me, it'll probably be a day or two. Have I mentioned how much I love these little lights? These are awesome. Okay, I'll stop. I know, I'm not sponsored, I'll stop. But seriously, there's... Okay, alright, I'll stop. Anywho, I'm gonna try to get this upper intake off so I can pull the injectors, so I can give them to my buddy Ricky, so he can rebuild them for me, because I think that's a good place to start. I think that's a real good place to start. I ordered a bunch of parts from Rock Auto. They should be here in a couple days, but can't really install any of them until they get here, so might as well do some other things, right? Is the battery on here? Maybe I'll even get a new battery. I don't have much hope in the Force, you know. course. Oh, looks like I think it's just 4 10mm bolts. Could be wrong. I think that's all it is. It looks like it's got a, what's that, adjustable fuel pressure regulator? Is that what that is? Why is there a Schrader valve over here? I don't know what that is. Is that for the fuel? It looks like a fuel pressure regulator. Oh yeah, it's fuel. That's, I guess that's how you test it up here. Okay, that's adjustable. I don't think that's stock. I don't think stock has an adjustable fuel pressure regulator, so that's different. So it's got an adjustable fuel pressure regulator and that turbo saver thing, and I don't know. Who knows what else it's got on here. Oh, the EGR tube. Gotta get that off somehow too. Alright. I'll start looking, see what I gotta do here. EGR tube came right loose. I even sprayed some PV blast on it just in case it wouldn't, but it came right out. It is a 15/16 open end, in case anybody's wondering. Check these right here. I think looks like a 10. Oh no, it's not a 10. What is it? Oh, it is a 10. That's a 10. And I think this looks like a 13 up here. Yeah, that's 13. So 13, 10. So I looked online before I started this, and it said there was 4 bolts to remove the upper intake. Well, there was 6 bolts, and the one was all the way inside there. And there was a bolt holding this bracket on over here, and I don't know, or something else. I think I got them all off. I just need to, I don't know, give a whack with a mallet or something, see if that works. We have one here somewhere. Yeah. That'll work. Remember, always use snap-on tools. Only snap-on tools. Nothing else. Am I forgetting something? I don't know. Probably. Is there a bracket that holds it too or something? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Someone's probably yelling at me. Like, you forgot the Canooter valve. Yeah, the Canooter valve. I said it. That's off back there. That's... Alright. Let me see if I figure this out. It's over there. I just need a bigger hammer. And before I go any further, I'm going to grab a shop vac and suck out all that debris from around the injectors. Probably the smartest idea. You're probably wondering why I have a cut up funnel here, or it looks like a shiwi. Well, see what happened was, I couldn't find the attachments for my shop vac, so, you know, I improvised. Actually worked out pretty good. There's a will, there's a way, right? Instead of the shiwi, it's more like the flow-wee. Now, I believe it is just 2 8mm hex head bolts that holds the fuel rail in. Could be wrong. I see one here. Is it just one? No, it's not just one, is it? No. Should be 2, right? Of course, the other one's probably hidden and I can't see it. Oh yeah, the other one's a pain to get to, unfortunately. It's like facing this way instead of on top like that one is. Alright, this would be fun. Probably be a good idea if I replace this timing belt now that I noticed that it's there. 38,000 mile timing belt. I don't know, I'll think on that one. That looks like fun. Why'd I have to see that? Man, it's gonna be fun getting that bolt back in there. Babe, how'd you learn that trick with your fingers? Well, you see, I was working on this 84 Turbo Coupe. Yep. Oh, I got it. Hey, look, they came right out. I just need to undo these clips. I think these have little wire clips on them, right? Yeah, he's got the wire ones. I can't remember how to do those, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, I don't remember how to do those. I'll figure it out, though. I'll figure it out. Again, smell-o-vision should be a thing. That fuel that came out of there, oh, jeez, smells pretty, Bless you! I heard someone sneeze. Whatever. Anyways. Get a rag and sop that up. I mean, honestly though, it actually looks like, the fuel that's in there actually looks like it might actually do something. Like, it still smells kind of like gas, and honestly it might even do fuel things, but I don't feel like trying that out. I'd rather just play it safe and do things the right way, because I actually kind of like this car. I'd like to do it right. Oh wow, look at that. Works pretty good for cleaning up the intake. Speaking of, damn, that's a clean intake. Look at that thing. Told you this car had low miles. That's an excellent degreaser. Look at that. Yeah, cleaned that right up. I mean, one in room. And one in room. Keep going, right? I still don't know who sneezed. Somebody could be trying to break into my garage. For all I know. Or, you know what I mean. I think it was my neighbor. I assume it was my neighbor. Like I said, I try to leave things better than how I found them. I mean, it's a good rule. It's a good rule of thumb for life in general. Just, you know, pick up after yourself. Make things look better than how you found it, etc., etc. And you might find life just a little bit more bearable to get through. I mean, that looks a ton better. I'll spend some more time on there tomorrow cleaning up stuff, just to make it look a little purtier. Oh boy, you got a purty intake. Yeah. Yeah, here you go. Beautiful. All right. I'm gonna get these over to my buddy Ricky so he can rebuild them. These are green tops, I believe. E3ZE8A. I don't know if these are, what, 30 pounders or 34 pounders? I don't remember. Are they blue? I don't know, green or blue, whatever. All right, see you in a bit. I'm not sure I'll ever get used to that old gasoline smell. Just that little bit I spilled yesterday. I came in here today, the whole garage just reeks of it, so I hate dealing with that smell. It is what it is. It's goes with the territory, I guess, working on these cars. I'm gonna put this thing up in the air so we can get gas tank out. Should probably take the gas cap off first. I might have to hook a battery up to it or jump pack and get that gas door open. Maybe. Yeah, I gotta do something about that. Damn it, gotta open the hood back up. So I found the fuel door release, which is over here. I press it and nothing happens. I'll show you. I looked up the fuse and it's the same one for the horn. The horn don't work. And I just realized I forgot something else. I forgot a pair of pliers. I tried doing this without pliers. It wasn't happening. Pliers. Remember, snap on or nothing. Now the crappy part about working on a car in a lift, can only open the door so far. I gotta get creative in how I do this. Turn the flashlight off my phone. I'll grab this light instead. Find it. There it is. I figured it out. It's a 20 amp fuse. Like I said, I gotta get creative in the way I do this. Just dropped my knife. It lives there now. Oh, this is terrible. See? Creative. Oh, I am too big to be doing this. 6'2", 280 on a good day. 290 on a bad day. Oh God. I can't see. I gotta push you down. I'm sorry. I wanted to do this with you so bad. It ain't happening though. It's not that the fuse was bad. The fuse was missing. The horn works now, but can't get this to do anything. So let's see if I get to it from in here. Maybe. Yeah, 2 hands. I'm not so intelligent after all, am I? Does anybody care to think about what I missed? I'll show you what I missed. Yeah. Ow, that hurt. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. Bastard. Hurt. Huzzah. Alright. I don't think I ever had this off. Oh, that smells lovely. Again, smell-o-vision should be a thing. We need to invent it. Alright, got the 3 screws out of there. I'm gonna throw this thing up in the air and see what we need to tackle underneath. Again, I'm not gonna lie, having a lift and tools sure is nice. Like this Danmar underbody jack. Yeah, I said it again. Anywho, I gotta get these straps down, which look like 13s? I think they're 13s. Straps down, some connections, and all this. I'm probably going to take too much down, but I'd rather take down too much than not enough. Like this little strap holding that on. I'd probably pull that off. That looks like an 8. Should be able to get that off right now. So do I slide that up through there, or do I down here? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Got these curved jaw vice grips. They fit perfect around the filler. I was able to work it loose. This is unfortunately the part where Jim gets to find out just how full the fuel tank is. Yay, Jim. I think I'm going to try to throw a safety strap on here, just in case. It's probably a good idea. Yeah, think so? Yeah, I think so too. Well, isn't that lovely? Looks like something had a little nest going on over there. This is why we do these things, not just put gas in it and hope for the best. All right, got some. Oh, that one's leaking. Well, it's probably leaking because it's got tension on it. Got to a little less tension on it. Let's try that. I'm gonna take the first look inside there with me. You see in there? Probably not, huh? I can't either. Oh, that smells wonderful. Alright, now I gotta work on this. That is unfortunately a very full tank full of not so great looking fuel. I don't know how I'm gonna get it off my jack here, but see if I can figure it out. This is not what fuel is supposed to look like. Yeah, I'm using my garbage can. No, I mean, steel drum. It'll work. Yep. This, unfortunately, is the dark side of working on these vehicles at home like this, because then you end up with a drum full of the nastiest gasoline you've ever seen in your life. I don't know what size this is. What size are these? 16 gallon. That's almost full. That's probably a good 14 gallons of fuel. So what I'll need to do is cover this up so the neighborhood doesn't freak out and call a hazmat team, and find a few 5-gallon jugs to pump it into tomorrow. Yay. This is the worst case scenario. This is usually I get them to only like 3-4 gallons in there, if that. This thing was parked with a full tank, and there's still probably a gallon or so left in there. So I'm about to pass out. This is ridiculous. Not from the surprise, just the fumes. So I need to cover this up ASAP. What day is it? I wonder what Bette Midler's up to these days. I think this is a perfect opportunity to seek medical something. Yeah. Brass punch and brass hammer? Yeah? Good idea? Yeah, I think so. Even with the brass everything, I sheared off this guy right there and started to shear off that guy right there. So yeah, let's see how this looks in here. Not coming. Need to get some persuasion. And that unfortunately looks about as bad as I thought it was going to look. Because that sending unit is not available. We cannot buy that sending unit. We can buy the fuel pump, which I did. But the sending unit, that's a big no-no. So, oh, and that's... I'll get some light. You guys are going to like this. You guys are gonna love this. Look at that. That is terrible. That is absolutely disgusting. That is why you don't let your car sit for 35 years with a full tank of gas in it. So now I need to figure out what to do about this. Hooray. Man, I had this thing on the charger for like an hour and it didn't charge even the slightest. So I'm a little annoyed about that right now, so I'm gonna go grab the jump pack out of my truck so I have a way to charge this thing in here because I don't have a house charger. But I think we're ready to do some things. Got a whole bunch of goodies here waiting to go back in this car. I even got a fuel sending unit, which I'm not positive if it's correct or not, because if you notice, the lines are different. So I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, but I suppose there's only one way to find out, right? Maybe I can use part of it and swap the pump out. I don't know. I couldn't verify if this was the correct one for the car or not, basically. So it's the only one that they showed available. So yeah, find out the hard way, I guess, right? But, we'll go grab the charger. I can charge the camera, which I just took off the charger in the house. Go figure. So whatever is what it is. I'll yeah. All right. Yep. Life. All right. I got the charger situation figured out in here. Show you what I'm up to. Yeah, not sure if that's the right one. If it's just minor differences going from original to aftermarket. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I do still need to remove, where are they at? Over here, these guys. That is the actual inline, like high pressure fuel pump, and that's the filter. So I'm going to pull those off right now and make sure the parts I have are correct to replace those. And then we'll get to that guy. I'll throw you guys back in the charger and I'll get started on this. Alright, got the whole fuel pump and filter assembly down in like this whole little module. Look at that coming out here. It is so nasty. It is so nasty. So this part that's in my hand is just like a plastic housing that holds the fuel filter. I thought it was a different fuel filter altogether, but upon further inspection, this is just literally like a plastic housing, and the filter sits inside of it, so it should be good. I didn't pull the new one out of the box yet. That is the fuel filter. Sits in like a padded mount. It's like a foam mount. You see it in there for like dampening. Here you see it better on this side. At least they make it easy to service, I guess. They're all held on with these little like nylon clips though. With these, it's got the plastic fuel line with these nylon clips. I'll show you. These guys, they do break when you take them off sometimes. Like I broke, I think, 2. So, fuel pump, fuel filter usually comes with new ones because, you know, the parts company usually thinks ahead. And I can see hardware bag from here, and it does have them in there, so we should be good to go on those. If not, you can get them in the help section at the auto parts store. They're pretty cheap. Might have some here if I do some digging. This was the fuel that came out of there. I mean, you see that label disappear in the bottom? Yeah. It's supposed to be clear. It's definitely not clear. Alright, onwards, right? And that, my friends, is the original Motorcraft FG800 fuel filter. There's no doubt in my mind that this is the original one off of this car. They left the factory. So, you've been further adding to the belief that this is actually a original 38,000 mile car. And again, this is the original Bosch fuel pump, made in USA. You could tell that's the original fuel pump. It's the part number. It's E as in Edward, 3, E as in Edward, F as in Frank. E would be 1980, 3 would be 1983. E is basically like the original body line that this fuel pump was made for, like engineered for. F, I can't remember what F was off the top of my head. But if there was a Z at the end there, the first set of digits, instead of an F, Z would mean that it's a service replacement part. And there being something other than a Z there means that this was an assembly line part. So this is the original fuel pump to this vehicle, as far as I'm concerned. At first look, I noticed a couple differences right off the bat. First, the terminals are obviously different. That one's got like the male spade connectors. This one's just got like, you know, threaded posts. And at this end, the outlet or inlet, I don't know if that's the inlet or the outlet, whichever, is quite different. But they got us covered, because it came with the little spade connectors. And if I can find it, I don't know where it went. It's gone. Oh, it's right here. It also came with the other connector for the fuel line. So I gotta get all that swapped over and we should be good to go. And just like that, got everything swapped over correctly. And interesting, this actually came with, yeah, pick it up, a rubber sleeve, because I don't know if there's, is there a size difference between the two? I'm not sure. And it came with a new rubber foam rubber pad, whatever you want to call it. Well, I mean, if they gave it to me and it fits, I might as well use it, right? Took a little bit of coercion to get that fuel pump back in there, because yes, the diameter of the pump on the new one was different than the old one, and that sleeve, I guess it kind of helped out. I have to use a combination of the original foam and the new sleeve. That's how I was happy enough to go back together. It ain't perfect. You still see a little bit of light through there, but it's in there. I don't think it's going anywhere. Remember earlier I was talking about those clips that break fairly easily? Guess who's got to go out and buy 2-3 more. $8 at Napa for a pack of 4. Should work out just fine, I hope. And I do believe that everything is back where it's supposed to be. At least I hope it is. Now I gotta move on to this guy. Yeah, I gotta figure out if all this is gonna work. Only one way to find out, right? I may have figured out the difference between this fuel sending unit and the one that's supposed to be in the car. I believe it's the flow rate of the fuel pump. Everything else seems to be pretty much the same. I do have a fuel pump that's technically the correct one for the car. So I think I'm just gonna swap out this fuel pump off the sending unit. Everything else looks like it should work out okay. All the wires go to the same spots and everything. We'll find out if it'll work, right? What's the worst that's gonna happen, huh? Got it all swapped over. Worst case scenario, it's got a better fuel pump in it now. I don't know. This one's a Carter, and I don't know what the heck the other one is. Certified OEM quality reliability, USMW. I don't know. Whatever, but should be correct. I hope. Let's see if it fits in the tank. Well, it's definitely on there. I mean, looks like it should work out. I mean, maybe. Only one way to find out, I guess. Yay, let's put it back. All right, you go in there. Hello? Jesus, is that you? Whatever. Wasn't Jesus. All right, back. This. Up there. You, come on. Up to it. So, come on. I think my finger's broken. It ain't working. You gotta do it the old-fashioned way. I just noticed something absolutely horrific. Look inside the fuel filler. There's no way I'm putting that back in the tank. And I'm gonna have to clean this out. Oh, jeez. Look at that. Alright, I gotta spend some time on this. Be right back. It ain't perfect, but it is a whole hell of a lot better. If I do say so myself. I feel good about that. Well, it wasn't easy. Got that thing back up in there. All by my... Okay, Ricky helped. Ricky just showed up at the perfect time to help me wrestle this fuel tank back up in here and into place. Still gotta put here's a clip that holds the wire in place, and still gotta put the screws in the filler neck. But Ricky brought me fuel injectors. It's like Christmas. Maybe Valentine's Day, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, the camera.
Oh, man. There you go. Ricky brought me some fuel injectors.
I do this for my wife when she's doing OnlyFans. So I know how to get this.
You know how to get... Your wife's got OnlyFans, huh?
No, I can't talk her into it.
And you numbered these? Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah, and they can go back just the way number 1 cylinder is number 1 injector, number 2 is 2.
Number 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. Cool. They look like the ones I gave you, but much cleaner.
And I gave you, your old O-rings are there, and then I gave you, there's new O-rings. There's extras, are the ones that are on there, and then the other side is a little bit bigger if you got to play with it.
Okay, cool. You got all the flow numbers on them and everything, right?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
I know you asked about specific sizing, and the way that the machine is, like, to do specific sizing, you have to open the injector fully and then flow it at a specific time rate. That machine's really not going to do that. It's just going to give you, like, a bench top kind of looking at it, so you want to make sure they're all kind of even on the bench.
Yeah. I was just curious what...
No, it'd be cool. I wish I could do it. I mean,
yeah, I was curious what number they were. I used to know all these by heart, like the green tops and the...
Tan tops. And
like the blue tops are 24-pounders. The tans are 19s. I think these are 30s. The green ones are 30s. I think the red ones are 36.
Yeah.
That sounds right. Yeah, I think that's right. I used to know all that by heart.
They're low impedance. They're real low.
Yeah. I'll get those back in tomorrow. Because I've been out here all day. Figure out dinner. And you want to tell us about what you had to do?
We're just doing basic clean on them. Change out the filter screens on them. Put new O-rings on them. Ran through the cleaner twice. First time we did it, they weren't very balanced. I ran through some Techron, which actually worked really, really good. And that we did a couple more tests, and then we got them really, really close to where we wanted to be. So.
And you said the one
was definitely frozen when I put it on there, and I tried to film it. Of course, it didn't record. So, but I was able to free that one up and then run it through the machine a couple more times to get it all loosened. And yeah.
Cool, awesome. And
same with the van. I mean, they were the same thing with the van. We had a couple that weren't firing on the van. We were able to free them up.
Yeah.
So.
And I chose to pull these out and give them to them before I tried to actually start and run the car. Yes, I started it on starting fluid for like 2 seconds. But as soon as I heard that the engine started and ran, I'm like, okay, stopping right there. Pulled the injectors, gave them to Ricky. So, because I want to be able to turn this key and fire this thing up, and actually hear it run. So, awesome. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
And how do people get a hold of you?
Rick Roberts on Facebook, or message Jim. And I don't have a direct page or anything right now. I got an email address, icpkorn23@aol.com. You can mail me there, or get a hold of Jim. Maybe I'll get a Facebook page going soon or something.
And what do you normally charge? Like, what is the...
So $15 per injector, and then plus shipping.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Sweet. Yeah, does excellent work. I have no complaints. See, the old me would just shove all my tools in a pile and worry about it when I'm done with the car. But, new year, new me. I think I'm going to clean up my mess before I get the car down so I can put these injectors in. Oh, I almost forgot. I still need to put the screws in here. And I think there's one down here I need to do. Yeah, this guy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know if I can get that now. Crap. Did I screw up? Hold on a second here. I don't know if I can get that one. Oh, that's not good. All right, let me figure this out. All right. That is not like me, but I'm okay with it. Before I drop this thing down, we are all going to admire this flat tire. I mean, it's got air in it. It's hard as a rock. It's got air in it, but look at that. It literally has a flat spot in it from sitting. That's wild. You can tell just how long this car was actually sitting. The tire's actually deformed. Anywho, I'm gonna go around real quick and just visually inspect and see if I forgot anything down here, like this sound deadening mat that went on top of the gas tank, which honestly I don't care. It's staying off. I don't I'm not about to put it back in at this point. Make sure all these clamps are on. Everything looks all right. I think I hooked everything up the correct way. Nothing. I've seen better days. Look at these springs. They actually almost look like they're aftermarket, like lowering springs or something. I don't remember Ford ever using like a gold color on their springs. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Just want to double check, make sure there's nothing I need to do down here. While I'm down here for now, I think we're good. I was thinking about throwing some. That scares me. That brake line. That terrifies me. I think I'm gonna throw some penetrating fluid on those for now while I'm down here, and decide if I need to do something about that when I get to that point. Who knows, maybe the master cylinder works perfectly fine after sitting for 35 years. It's doubtful, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. I threw some penetrating oil on everything back there. Figured I'd do a quick little walk around on the car itself to see what else I need to find for it. I've got tires on the way. 280 bucks from the priority tire, not discount. So those should be here, I don't know, tomorrow I think. So I could do those. I'm apparently missing the gas cap. I don't know what I did with it. I looked all around here. I don't see it anywhere. Is my gas cap in there? It is. I see my gas cap. Sweet. Yes, got my gas cap. I was gonna see if I get a new one of these guys. This one's kind of broken, so I'll see if I'll get one of those. Yeah, yes, I put all the screws back in here. So. All right, that's good. Ah, crap! I shouldn't have done that, but it's okay. I'm gonna fix the spoiler too. Oh, hate me. Just do that. All right, so possibly both taillights, marker light, bezel, gas cap, retainer strap, dealio. Tires are on the way. I've got the other emblem. Mirrors are okay, right? Yeah. See, I'm thinking this car was vandalized at some point, because how did both of these get broken unless it was intentional? So I'm thinking, like, somebody intentionally broke those. Just like, you know, somebody broke into the trunk. Because I got keys with the car, so, you know, not like they lost the keys or anything. Oh, I need that one too, don't I? All right, I need that one. What else? What else do I need? I think that's about it, right? Headliner sagging, but oh, I need a horn button too. I'll get it down. I'll look and see if the horn button's here, but maybe the horn button. Oh, and a windshield. But I don't know. Let me get this thing running, driving first, then I'll worry about windshield. That just looks terrible. Absolutely terrible, but I don't know. I can still get in the trunk, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. Brakes are full. Brake master cylinder's full, and it's got a pedal. So we're just gonna pretend it has brakes for now. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just pretend that the brakes work, and we'll worry about it when we get to that point. Should grab the flashlight to look and see if the master's leaking. And if it is, I'll just pretend I didn't see it, because that's the appropriate course of action. I mean, it actually looks pretty dry down there. Okay. What am I doing right now? I don't have more than a few minutes tonight, so I think I'm gonna do is get this ancient force battery out of here. Hope I don't have to force it out of here. And probably go over the engine bay with the vacuum. Yeah, let me do that. It's the least I can do for now. And then tomorrow, try and put these injectors back in. Yeah. Discovered out where 5-volt Mouskowitz has been hiding. This is cool. Not really. Hopefully it's not active. That's a little better. Ain't perfect, it's better. Oh, he's in there. Yeah, he's in there. I see him. Alright, gotta get that screen out of there now. You guys see him in there? I sucked him out of his forever home. Tomorrow, I'll try and get this engine back together and see if it does things. Well, I vacuumed a bunch of crap out of the engine bay, so it's a little bit nicer in here to work. Pull that guy out of there. Pull that guy out of there. That guy out of there. All right. Now we get to try and put this back together. You try and make sure those are all cleaned out before I throw it back together. I think all the O-rings are out of here, right? Yeah, I got all the O-rings out. That's good. Starting to wonder if I should have replaced the fuel pressure regulator, but I guess we'll find out until I get this thing running, huh? I think I can throw this all back together. Hopefully these are all in the right order. Looks like it. Should be fine, I hope. Alright, let me make sure these injector ports aren't clogged up with anything, and let's throw us back together. I think he said they're all numbered, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I assume this is cylinder number 1, 2, 3, 4. I assume that's how Ford did. it. I'll double check though. Yeah. Let me start to throw us back together, see if I find all the hardware. I got them all seated. Yes, I put the grease on the O-rings first. It helped. I somehow was able to get that bolt in on the first try. Yeah. Hey babe, where'd you learn that trick again? Well, you know, told you. Working on this 84 Turbo Coupe, and yeah. Alright, I gotta tighten those down. And I'm sitting there thinking about how this car is like a polar opposite of this last Mustang I picked up. Not the one I just took apart, the one I just pushed into my warehouse today. Wait until you guys see that one. It's a doozy. That's all I'm saying right now. Remember Disco Stew with the fish in his shoes? Yeah, about that. His lens gets so dirty. All right, back to this. Injectors are all bolted down and plugged in. I'm gonna look over this intake pretty good before I try and plop her back in place, make sure I remember where everything goes. It's probably a good idea. All right, intake's back on. I just need to make sure I hook everything else back up. That guy, I did that guy. This guy goes up here, but I need to reattach this bracket down here first. And I think there's something that goes off of here. And then this guy back here needs to be screwed in. So, was it DGR? Yeah. Oh, and throttle. Yep. Alright, it's gonna take me a little bit here. I think I got most everything back together. Oh, I still gotta put the dipstick back in, but yeah. This tube on the back of the EGR is a pain in the butt to get lined up. Like, I feel like it starts and then it, like, you can feel it like breaks free. So I'm gonna have to try and two-hand it or something. I don't know what else to do. Oh, if I could tell you what my fingertips feel like right now trying to tighten this thing. Oof. All right, back at it. All right, I got it in there. I had to like hold the tube with the one hand. You hold it up there and twist the nut with my fingers, and oh, it just, I won't be surprised if I got a bruised fingertip tomorrow. Let's put it that way. All right, gotta hook up the throttle and do the plug wires tomorrow. Maybe I'll do plugs. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna at least do the plug wires because a few of them looked a little bit like they were not on. So probably a good idea. Air cleaner too. I could do that right now. Yeah, that's something I could do real quick. Swap that guy out. It looks pretty nasty. Oh, Jesus. Try to look at this thing. Oh, yeah, I got Motorcraft. E3 part number. Yeah, E3ZE. Yeah, that's the original. That's the original OEM factory air filter. Wild, huh? Now do you believe me it's got 38,000 miles on it? Another fun fact. These did not use a mass air meter. They used what's called a vane air meter. Now, I'm not going to explain to you how it works because I don't know. I just know that it's not a mass air meter. It's a vane air meter. A VAM. Look at that. All nice and new. The first air filter change that this thing's gotten since 1984. Or 83 actually, when the car was made. That is wild. First time anybody's ever changed the air filter on this car. Let's try it. Doing there. Nope. Get in your hole. Get in your hole. I don't know where the hole's at. I gotta find it. I can't find the hole. It's a nice rainy evening, unfortunately. Not gonna get too much into it today. Threw a nice good used battery in here that doesn't fit worth a absolute crap. It's a weird size out of my van. But at least I have a good battery. It does not fit at all. Look at this thing. It just does not fit in here at all. But it's okay. We're just using it for testing purposes. I need to throw these plug wires on. And I went to the gas station already and picked up about 5 gallons of fuel. So I'll get these plug wires on, get some fuel in it, and then we'll see if it does things. Oh, I still gotta put that the boot on too. So yeah, a couple things, and we'll see if this thing will light off. Sound good? A little thing to do there. Yep. All right. Plug wires are on. I think I put them all in the right order. Only one way to find out, right? Put the boot back on also. And just put some gas on, I guess. See what happens. Probably have to add the battery terminals or cables to that list. That one wouldn't tighten. Honestly, probably just replace the bolt and the nut and I should be fine. This one tightens okay. Guess I'll hit the key and check for leaks. Hopefully the fuel pumps work. I heard fuel pumps. Gas gauge is not working. I put about 4 gallons in here. It should do something. I know I hooked it back up. Check for leaks, I guess, right? I'll leave it primed. See anything leaking? Let's check up front, I guess, right? Is that the important part? Check up front. I don't see anything leaking. Should I see if it cranks over? I think you should have done something, right? You didn't even attempt to start. It just worries me. This might be a longer video than I expected it to be. You hear a fuel pump going. Fire order should be right. I checked it. Change things up a little bit. I originally went off of what little diagram online said with the position of the cap screws. I looked. Cylinder number 1 is marked on the cap. I forgot about that. Ford does that. Maybe they all do that. I don't know. But so I reoriented everything so that it's correct according to the number 1 on the cap. So we'll see what happens this time. Doesn't seem to be getting any fuel. Not sure what the issue with that is. Maybe it's a relay, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see if there's power getting to that high pressure pump. I can hear the one in the tank kicking off, but I'm not so sure about the high pressure one, so gotta do some digging. Checked a couple things. There's a Schrader valve on the fuel line here, and checked it, and very little pressure and no fuel coming out. So tried to prime the system, everything, no different. So I'm gonna get my son out here to give me a hand for a little bit, and I'm gonna lay underneath the car, the test light, and have him power the key on. Let's see if that fuel pump's getting power, I guess. I don't know what else to do. Alright, so I had an epiphany. What if I didn't put enough gas in it? So I went to the gas station and got 4 or 5 more gallons. And, sorry, couldn't get 6 or 7, just 4 or 5. See if that makes any difference. It runs! It runs! This thing's sitting 35, 36 years, and it runs! And I better check and make sure nothing's leaking. That motor sounds quiet, too. I don't see anything leaking. The motor sounds good too. A little bit of a misfire. Probably use the new plugs. This is awesome. It actually runs. So while you guys are away, I had my son hop in and power the key on while I checked to make sure both fuel pumps were kicking on, and they were, but didn't sound like they're picking up any fuel, so I went and got more fuel. That seems to have done the trick. And I just realized I left my light under there. That looks kind of cool. That is fantastic. I love it. It runs. It actually runs. That's joy, that's excitement. Well, now that I know it runs, and runs pretty good actually, I can't really do anything else until I get some tires on this thing, so how about we take care of these vintage 1984 tires. Got some, where are these? I got some Capricorn HPs. Yep, some good old Capricorn HPs. The tires are Capricorns. I'm doing my neighbor's roof right now. Mine's getting done tomorrow, coincidentally. Oh, it's gonna be a little noisy, so I'll get the tires done by myself. So are these technically 3-piece wheels, since it's like 2 halves of the barrel welded together and the center bolted in? Does that make it a 3-piece wheel? I don't know. Either way, they're pretty freaking cool. I started doing these tires at 4:25. I'm not lying. It is now 5:35. I have a doctor's appointment I have to leave for in 5 minutes. Do you think I got all 4 tires done? Let's count them. 1, not done. 2, not done. 3, not done. 1 done. I got 1 tire done in over an hour. Why? I do not recommend these Capricorn tires from Priority Tire. I do not recommend them. They absolutely refused to seat. They would not do it. Yes, I have a bead blaster. That's right. There. I use that thing no less than 30 times. Yeah, I'm not joking. Finally, with a combination of a 5-gallon bucket of hydraulic fluid, a roll of duct tape, air hose, and the bead breaker, and flipping the tire over backwards, I was able to get it to finally seat. An hour to do one tire. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, I got all 4 of them mounted. Yay, go Jim. And those took over an hour between the 3 of them, so yay. I am going to have just enough time to throw these back in the car. I really should check the brakes out, but I mean, do as I say, not as I do, one of them deals. See, it's got a brake pedal, so I don't, kind of just gonna go with it and see if the brakes are working. I guess don't fix what doesn't need to be fixed. I don't know. I mean, the rotor's got surface rust on them, but they'll clean off, right? I don't know. We'll, if I'm forced to do brakes, I'll do brakes. I'm running out of time on this. Got a lot of stuff going on. Alright, let me throw these on for you guys real quick. Alright, got new tires on. That is unfortunately all I have time for right this second, so I'll be back in a little bit. I need to clean this up and go pick up my son from a party. I'm gonna be late. Happens. It's fine, it's fine. They said party ends at 2:30 and it's like 2:20 and it's 10 minutes away, so yeah, it's fine. I'm fine. And look who started back up. Now, before I can just get back in this thing and take it for a rip, I gotta take care of a couple of things. Like, well, I don't think my current battery setup is going to clear the hood. I mean, it might, but I don't think it's going to. And I also don't know if it's charging, so I'll figure that one out too right now. Let's see here. This one is positive. This one's the negative. Let's see. Hook that. Yeah, good place setting right there. Yeah. And there. Oh, look at that, it's charging. Sweet. Don't know if it's got stuff. It's got something in there. It's like up here somewhere. It smells like piss, to be honest, but I can top that off and get a different battery setup in this thing. And move my van and move my trailer and put some license plates on it. Yeah, got a few things I gotta do before I can try to rip this thing around the neighborhood. Now, I can't just shove the battery in there, so that battery's not gonna work. I need to find a different battery. I don't feel like going out to buy one right now. I do have this Group 65 that came out of my daily driver van. I don't think it's a good battery. I do see something that might have a good battery though. Got my roof done today. Looks beautiful. This guy, you guys didn't see this one yet. I might make a video on it. I don't know. I just bought it for parts, so I wasn't too, savvy about actually doing a video with it. Come on. You get up. That's another 65, I think. I don't know if a Group 65 is going to work in that car or not. I'll find out, though. I think it's 65. Was it 24? That was 65. That might fit, actually. Oh, let me do some measuring. That might fit. This is a 390. This thing actually runs. Well, it looked good on paper, but then it couldn't work either, unless I want the hood touching the battery terminals. Back to the drawing board. Got one more ace up my sleeve. Borrowed the battery out of the 73 LTD, the one I took on Power Tour last year. You remember the one that had no oil pressure? It sat since 1987. Yeah. Well, that battery was kind of undersized for it. It fit this almost perfect. Doesn't quite fit, like it sits a little high down there, but it'll work because I can close the hood. So, actually the one I took out of the green car fit better in the LTD than the one that was in there, so should be okay. This one should be up and ready. Seems to be technical difficulties. There we go. Clutch seems all right. Do the brakes work? Brakes work. We need to wash these windows. Let this car go by. It'd be really nice if these windows went down. But you know, what are we stopping for? All right, sniper. I can't see anything. Hopefully I'm not blown out in front of anybody. Brakes are definitely noisy. Stopping. All right, stopping. That's good. Watch out for the bicyclist. Wow. The thing actually makes boost and moves. This is might actually be a fun little car. Oh, come on. Watch out for the bicyclist. I mean, it actually kind of scoots. This thing moves. Huh. And it died. Just set the parking brake or not. I'm afraid. Nope. Oh, it's holding. Don't want to restart. It's been sitting a while. Needs some love, right? Uh-oh. I gotta turn around. Try not to go flying around my neighborhood. I don't think my neighbors would like that very much. second. Stay running, stay running. That turbo just spools right up. You guys listen to that thing? This car is registered to me, so I'm not worried about that. Now or never. Holy crap! This thing moves! Like, this thing scoots! I don't know, man. I'd like to see this go head to head with Dalton and his Beretta. That'd be pretty cool, huh? Well, there you have it. Sitting for 35 years, 36 years, and it's a running, driving car now. Actually, it runs pretty good. I could figure out why I wouldn't want to restart before, but oh! I mean, for sitting 35, 36 years, this thing gets up and boogies. So, I thought I was finished with this video. I had this feeling in the back of my neck like I was leaving it unfinished. And I think I figured out why I felt that way. Because I may have inadvertently figured out why the windows and door locks don't work. And it possibly has something to do with the reason why the car died on me at that stop sign and why I had such a hard time starting it yesterday. Watch this. Car's running. See the tack? Watch what happens when I touch the multi-function switch. Yeah. Look at. Watch, I go to crank it. Yeah, it ain't supposed to do that. I think it might have a lot to do with why the windows ain't working. Let's show you again. Wait. Oh, I did it. It's starting to work. It ain't supposed to do that. What I think is happening, I think there's something wrong with the ignition switch inside the column. At least that's my feeling. That's my thought process on it. I think there's something wrong with the ignition switch. Because look, the wipers don't work. Wipers don't work. The windows don't work. The locks don't work. Does the mirror work? Hey, the mirror works. Does that mirror work? That mirror works. So I think we're gonna pull this steering column apart and try to replace the ignition switch. So I think that has something to do with it. Because everything feeds through the ignition switch, and there's no other explanation why it would do this. Well, now it's not going to do it. Oh, there. Oh no. Yeah. There's no other explanation why it would do that other than it's backfeeding through the ignition switch somehow, because that's what controls the ignition. Because there's no other in my mind, there's no other reason why messing with that is going to affect the ignition other than it's back feeding through the ignition switch somehow. Horn works. Yes, I will at least check fuses to make sure that's not what's going on here. I do not fit under these cars at all. Most of these, I didn't realize you guys fell. Darn it. Why don't you guys tell me you fell? I gotta do this all over again. And I just realized that more than half these fuses don't have any power going to them. So definitely might be something up with this ignition switch, because that's what sends power to all these fuses. So I think I'm on to something. All right, there we go. Finally. Oh, I already see an issue. That is the ignition switch, and it is coming out of its hole. I bet you that's why half this shit ain't working. I think. I got this like pad I'm kneeling on it. It's sliding around like a mofo. FOMO, sliding around like a mofo. I was afraid of that. That thing is riveted on. So look at that. This turned into a teachable moment. They are not rivets. They are breakaway screws. I thought they were rivets. I called my buddy Sean. And I got to give credit where credit is due. And he's like, I think they're breakaway screws. And I looked it up. Sure enough, that's exactly what they are. Basically tamper resistant. So, couple ideas. Use a chisel or a center punch to try and tap them out, or drill or cut a slot in them. I just cut a little slot in there. Hopefully this will work. This ain't gonna work. It wasn't good enough for my slot, or I just need to go a little deeper. I don't think this is gonna work. The metal they used on these is really soft, so I couldn't just put a slot in it and turn it out, because it's just tearing it up. So I'll have to try the center punch method, I guess. The center punch worked. Now I get it loose. Awesome. I don't know if I should run to the hardware store and get new screws or what. You know what worked way better? Just using a chisel, going around the edge. That worked way better. Actually, I wonder if it's loose enough now that I can get it with this. No, I got to tighten that up a little bit. Yes, it is. Awesomeness. There you have it. Get the ignition switch out. Ooh, what is that? You see that's just falling apart. It's got some like ooze in there. I wonder if that has something to do with their issues. Alright, well, let me get this apart. Yeah, there's like oil or ooze in there. I think what that is, I think it's just leaching out of the plastics from inside the car. Got into the switch. Yeah, the switch definitely has something going on with it. Well, let's get the new one on and see if it helps any, I guess. I was actually able to get vice grips on there good enough to get those pretty tight, so should be good to go there. I might just leave this apart and give it a dry run, because, you know, still a chance it might be the multi-function switch. But I'm going to do this with the clutch pedal. Alright, give me a minute, clean some stuff up. Well, this is interesting, watch. Turn signals still don't work, but windows still don't work. Might have to save the windows for another time. Door locks try to work. I wonder if the windows... No, let's try this. It's not dying anymore, so that's a plus. Wipers still don't work. Not sure what's going on with that. I should check all the fuses while it's running. But it's not dying anymore, so... And I can pretty much guarantee you at this point, it's gonna consistently start now. If I pull that back. So, I was on the right track. Yeah, it's gonna consistently start now, so I'm happy with that. Alright, let me poke around underneath this thing a little bit more and see what I can come up with. Figured something out. Flasher for turn signal missing. Circuit breaker for the windows missing. Circuit breaker for the oh, I can't remember. What was that for? Windows is missing. Circuit breaker for the door locks is missing. It's missing stuff. I figured something out. Why is it all missing though? That's weird. Finally, all those years of saving circuit breakers and flashers out of cars I part out is paying off. Now I gotta put these in here. Why are they missing in the first place? This is weird. So the only one I don't have handy is a 6 amp for the wipers, but I guess we can see if everything else is doing anything. I mean, it won't hurt, right? Ugh. Might as well do it with the car running. That starts right up. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. Uh-huh. All right, what else am I checking? Door locks. Oh. Turn signals. I see it's working. The indicator on here is not working, but it's working out there. Oh, that one. Yeah, I can see it. It's working. All right, I need to find a 6 amp circuit breaker for the wipers. I am unfortunately going to have to head to my warehouse to try and find the circuit breaker, which kind of sucks because nobody has it in stock anywhere. Napa doesn't have a listing for it. O'Reilly shows a listing with a special order and it's like 40 bucks. I am determined to get this video finished today, so to the warehouse. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's this guy here. Come on. Is that it? 8.25 amp. I don't think that's it. Oh, crap. All right, so how about we finish this thing up the right way? Because I hope this works. We'll find out soon, right? All right. I still want to know why someone took all these out of here in the first place. After reviewing some footage in this video, I definitely need to put some serious thought into losing some weight. Here, come on. Yeah! They are working. Still runs. Wonder if maybe if I replace the blades, it might help them go back to where they're supposed to. I don't know. All right, let's take it for another ride. Yeah, I know I'm not gonna leave it like that. So let's throw this thing back together and then take it for one more ride. Oh, I noticed something while I was driving before. I was having a hard time seeing out the windows, so I took the liberty of cleaning the windshield and the back glass, so now you could actually see out of them. And well, I'll do the same to the side glass as soon as I roll them back up. And the mirrors, yeah, I can't really see out of the mirrors either. We'll take care of that in a minute here. Let's throw this back together first though. So the passenger side mirror glass may or may not have broken off when I tried to clean it. But look how clean it is. I can see myself in it now. Let's put that back over there. Pretend that didn't happen. All right, just enough daylight out. All right, just enough daylight left outside to take this thing for one more quick cruise. Really got to get like a suction cup mount. Oh, I have one and it broke. Yeah, about that. All right, is it gonna start? Right up. Get out of here, I get. Oh, door ajar. The door was ajar. It would be nice if I had a mirror right about now. I really hate my driveway. Hit the garage. I do not like my driveway at all. Do not like the way it's laid out. I hate it. It wouldn't be such a bad thing if someone bought me out on it. The house, not the driveway. I don't think you can buy someone out of the driveway. Can you? I don't know. And it's on an incline, which totally blows. It's a little squirrely, not like spins tires squirrely, like something funky going out the steering squirrely. Still running. Let's go down here. I mean, it drives pretty good. Pull over here and take a couple pictures. With, no parking anytime. Seems like a good spot. I say this thing, as far as running and driving, I think it turned out pretty good. Yeah, definitely gonna do another video on this one. Definitely needs a muffler. Yeah, I'm not trying to totally rip out. I don't want to piss off my neighbors. I think that concludes this one for now. I'm super happy with the way this one turned out. Runs, drives, it makes boost. It's got the awesome 80s headliner. It's falling down. What more could you ask for? Oh, need some wash fluid. I mean, yeah, little things, right? Yeah, I think I'll make another video on this one. We'll make a little... I think we'll make another video on this one and make it look a little bit nicer. Like I said, I need to track down a few parts. I do have the center for the steering wheel. The emblem like fell out of it, so definitely need to get that fixed. That ashtray lid is actually laying down inside there, and then that ashtray lid is laying inside here. That's about it for the interior. I know there's a couple emblems I got to take care of on the outside. I got the one taillight. I think I still need to find a passenger taillight. Corner lamp up front. Headlight bezel for the front. And a couple of the headlight bulbs are burnt out. And like to try and do something about the trunk lid. I don't know if I can save the one that's on it and put a lock cylinder in it or not, but guess I'll find out one way or another, right? But yeah, thanks for hanging out while I fix this thing up. Said couldn't be happier with the way it turned out. Yeah, I'm happy. You should be happy too. But thanks again for watching. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, that subscribe button. I super appreciate it. I would love to grow this channel, and I would love to grow it with you. Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up this peanut shell that's laying on the pasture floor. It's been bothering the crap out of me, and go spend the rest of the evening with my son inside. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you soon. It's Jim from the future here, or past. What do you guys see? It'd be the past, the future past, past future. Raccoon or squirrel or something up there. Oh, just wanted to, I was in the house editing this video and just wanted to give my thoughts on a couple things. Like, for one, I know you watch my sideburns go a little crazy there, and sitting there editing the video, and I'm like, man, I better, like, this one grows differently than that one, so it was like down here, and I'm sure people were commenting about it. So yeah, I saw it, and I did something about it. Yeah, I need to get a haircut though, like this week for sure. Wanted to mention the car. Oh, I know, you see Gator back there in the background. I know, it's going to the garage next. Brought it home today. Anywho, I don't know if I'm taking Gator on Poverty tour, but I'm definitely doing Gator next. So, not sure what route yet. We'll talk about that in the next video. Video after, I don't know. Let's see this car starts. Been sitting since yesterday, fired right up. Like that. I mean, I think this car is happy to be alive. I think this car is happy to be alive, honestly. Anywho, what was I gonna say? You know, the more I thought about the missing, like, I had the missing fuse for the horn, which, I wonder if fuel door works now. I was wondering about that. I had the missing fuse for the horn, and then I had all the missing circuit breakers, the missing flasher, etc., etc. And I was trying to figure out why all this was missing. And I was also trying to figure out why the car was parked. I think all that's related. My guess, this is purely my guess, is that whoever had this car was having an issue with the ignition switch, and they didn't know it was the ignition switch. And every time they operated the windows, or, you know, the light switch, or the wipers, or the horn, or the fuel door, because all of that backfeeds through the ignition switch, I bet whenever you hit any of that, the car would die and shut off, die, whatever. And I bet they were pulling circuit breakers and fuses and flashers, trying to figure out their problem, and just gave up. That's what my gut's telling me, and I'm going with that. I think this car was parked because of a faulty ignition switch in the column. That's what my heart's telling me. That's what my gut's telling me. That is the reason this car was parked, and I don't think there's a damn thing wrong with this car otherwise. So that's my thoughts on the subject, and thanks again for watching, and I will see everybody soon. Thank you so much for, I'm sorry, this is like, I'm already at the hour mark editing this thing, and there's at least 40 minutes left in the video, so I super apologize. So carry on.